you know how batho ba bagolo always ya go kerekeng we lo thola monna go kerekeng, and I was like, nope, I met my husband at a club, honey, drunk as hell. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's going to be a bit different. I'm going to sit and relate and talk to you about the day I met my husband, how I met my husband, and how we are where we are today. So it happened in January of 2011. Like, I remember the day so clearly. On that day, I was dealing with heartbreak. Like, backstory, I was dating this rugby player guy from Limpopo, and he broke my heart because I thought I was dating. I mean, I thought we were dating, but turns out Mugai had a girl all along and I was the side piece. Can you believe it? Like, me, side piece. Anyway, so I had my heart broken by this guy, and I was dealing with that. Like, I really like this guy, so I was shattered at the fact that I'm the side chick. Anyway, I'm dealing with my hurt. I've been moping. I haven't been going out with my friends. So my friend from Joburg calls me and says, girl, listen. There is an event tonight in Pretoria. I'm coming to pick you up, invite some of your girls, and we're going to go to this thing. And I'm like, and she's like, scantina, like, get ready. We're going to pick you up and we're going to go to this thing. Finish and Clara, you don't have a say. And I was like, okay, I don't have anything better to do. There'll be food, there'll be booze, so I'll wait. Now we get ready, we're waiting. She said be ready by 7. 7 o'clock, nothing. 8 o'clock, nothing. 9 o'clock, nothing. This girl calls us like 9:45 on time. Okay guys, we just came into Pretoria, come outside, and 10 minutes later they were at the gate shop. We get in the car. Now there are no details. Akuna like details. This is where we're going, with who, and this and that. No, there were no details at all. Like, we were just going to this event. Hey, when we got there, Capello is closed. Closed. Next thing, the door is opened and people are ushering us in on some, come in, you know, you're welcome, food and drink. And we're like, but we thought it was closed. And one of the waiters was like, yes, it's closed, but for a private event. Private event, okay. Now you take a look around and it's like all men. And we realize, we are the inventory. Restock. You know? So it was like, okay, alright. And you look at it like, give a fruit man. But and we're looking around on some. Okay. Now, I personally feel daunted by the idea of dating someone way older than me. So I felt a bit out of place. But the mission for that day was get drunk, eat food, nurse my broken heart. That was it. And we're chilling. It was a nice ambiance, man. People were chatting. Like, it was a happy place. And, you know, it was nice to be outside with other people. So I'm sitting there, I'm nursing my drink, you know, just sipping, looking around, laughing at people dancing. And my friend taps me on the shoulder on somebody. Sheva, man, that guy. Oh, what guy? She's like, that guy at the end of the table is waving at you. I'm not here for men, like, please. My heart has just been broken. I'm not here for men. I don't want anything to do with men. Men are a lot, okay? And we sit there, and this guy is still insisting on, like, he literally had his hand up and he was like, come here, you know, come sit over here. And I was like, like, no, brother, like, bro, can you just please? Eventually, this guy grabs a chair and he comes all the way to where I was sitting, and he sits next to me. And we start chatting, you know, you know. And eventually, I'm like, he's a nice guy. I'm not interested, but he's a nice guy. And I get up, I go to the bathroom, and when I come back, this guy is waiting for me midway between the bathroom and the table. And he says to me, let's go for a smoke break. And I'm like, smoke break? But I don't smoke. And he says to me, neither do I. And I laughed. And I'm like, okay, smooth. I mean, smoke break, you don't smoke. And we go outside to the balcony at Yakabe. And we sit there and we talk. Like, we spoke for about 2 hours. Just talking, just getting to know each other. And yeah, man, he was genuinely a nice guy. And I was like, okay. That is where it happened, where the numbers were exchanged. Mind you, I am out of it because beverage on safe iso. We go back inside. It's about 2:45 in the morning. It's time to go home. And the guy we came with now has an issue because I spent so much time with this guy. But I'm like, you came here with my friend. Isn't my friend your person? And the things... And he's like, no, we're just friends. When you're out with this guy, so you guys will see how you're getting home. I'm like, guys, this dude, like, what's wrong with you? You know? I actually don't know how we got home because I woke up the next day. You know when you wake up and you're like feeling, okay, my clothes are on. Okay, I'm still dressed. Then the next step is you open your eye and you look around on some, okay, yeah, these are familiar surroundings. Then the last step is the elbow move, you know? You're like moving your elbows and your legs and you're kind of trying to feel, is there someone here? There was someone there, but it was my friend, and I'm like, oh, thank God. You know? We wake up, we talk about the last night and whatnot, and my friends are asking me questions about, who was that guy you were talking to? And I'm like, I don't know, he said his name, Kepapi. And they're like, surname, can't we Google him, can't we? And I'm like, Dollar. All I know is he said his name, Kepapi, and that's where it ends. Now, my friends were like irritated, like, he was a nice guy, you looked like you were having fun. You didn't get more information. I was like, no, all I know is he took my number. So this guy starts calling me and we start chatting. Okay, then I find out he's from Bloemfontein and he's working there and staying there, and you know, all these little details. We keep talking like that for months. Like, we spoke over the phone for months, almost every day. Sometimes this guy would call, I would call him, sometimes we would text, and I'm like, okay, one, this guy looks nothing like the kind of guy I date, you know? From what I remember, this guy was a bit light. And Bali, this girl, loved me some dark skin Tonga man. Like, I used to love dark skin guys. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Now this man is light. Two, this man he was buff, but there was a bit of a money, you know, like a money belly type thing going on. Bali has never dated a man with a belly. Bali or Hanta Dina, you know, was scorer for rugby player. Those were my kind of guys. So in my head I was like, you know what, maybe it's time for a change. You know, you never know what's going to come from this. And I was like, see where this thing goes. So in May, on one of the nights where this guy called me, again, go Attribution with my friend Tejo. And this guy calls and I had to go sit in the car for an hour just to talk to him. And eventually says to me, listen, from what I know about you, from the conversations we had, let's, you know, let the communication and combinations, you know. And I was like, oh, serious? And it's like, yeah, I'm serious. Mind you, I don't know in what corner of the earth Bloemfontein is. I've only seen it on a map. So I'm like, long distance relationship. Oh, why? Like, okay, it's fine. Let's do the long distance thing. And we start dating. I think 2 weeks after that phone call, this guy calls me again and he says to me, listen, I want to come visit you. Visit me. Now I'm freaking out because I don't remember what he looks like. I don't know if you know. And then I'm panicking because this guy is going to come visit me. Like, what if he's a serial killer? Like, what if he's here to kill me, type of thing. And I'm like, you only live once, guys. It's like, visit me, brother. Brother visited. It was a nice weekend. We went out. I met some of his friends. You know, like, things were Then finally he invited me on Facebook. And I was like, yeah, whatever. One of my friends was like, do you know who that is? And I'm like, no. Do you know who that is? And I said, no, I don't. And my friend tells me by his family and yada yada yada, this and this and that. Now I'm like, am I ready for the drama? Like, am I ready for the drama? I tell this guy, I'm like, listen, I'm a simple girl. I don't like drama. I don't like, I come from drama. I had my heart broken enough. I don't want any more heartbreak. And this guy says, no, man, no need to worry and whatnot. Guys, we dated like from May until December. I was going back home. Schools were closing, so I was going back home. And he said to me, I want to visit you one last weekend before you go home. And I say, okay, no, that's fine. I am waiting for this guy to come visit me. Did this guy not go ghost on me? Like, phone off, not responding to social media, nothing. Next thing I see on Facebook, he's tagged on a post about a baby. What? So there it was. Like, now I'm thinking maybe he disappeared because he went to get married, or his wife just had a baby, or something like that. This guy disappeared for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks. No phone call, no message, nothing. And I'm sitting in Pretoria, like, waiting for this guy. I'm stupid. My mother was freaking out because you know when a parent can tell that you're sad? My mother could tell that I was sad. But I couldn't tell her that I'm dating because my mother is strict. My mother will backhand slap you over the phone if you tell her you're dating. My mother is that type, okay? No nonsense, Evelyn. Oh, it's okay, it's fine. I decided, let me just take the bus and go home. Took a bus, went home. On the day I decided to go home, does this guy not decide to call me and say, listen, I'm back, I'll come to you tomorrow and blah blah blah. I'm that guy. 2 weeks straight I've been panicking, I'm seeing things, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and only now you want to tell me. And even then he doesn't tell me why he disappeared. No, guy just comes back and says, I'm back, I want to visit you. And I was like, this guy. All the way from Bloemfontein to come to Mpumalanga, where I live, just to see me for 5 minutes. It was literally 5 minutes. Like I said, my parents were strict. So when he called in and said, I'm here, I was like, here where? And he told me where he was, got in a taxi, and I went. So this guy for like 10 minutes, gave him a hug, spoke a bit and whatnot, and I went back home. And they drove back to Bloemfontein. On that day, I was like, no, that is my husband. What crazy person will drive almost 9 hours on the road just to come see me for 10 minutes? Like, on that day, I was like, guys, this is it. This is the one. Almost 10 years later, here we are, married happily. So don't let them tell you you can't find your husband at no club, girl. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time in my next video.